Alright everybody, so I already did the right side of the truck to get a feel for it, so that this doing the left side would be quicker. So, let's get into it, shall we? So this is real simple, because all we have to do is, because the rotors have plenty of life in them, and driving it, they didn't feel any shudder or vibration in the wheel, so it's super uber easy. You have a 14 millimeter guide pin bolt right back here. So this is just like my Firebird, just like my truck, and probably like my neighbor's 2013 F-150. I skinned some skin. But anyways, so yeah, it's very, very similar. It's not really, they're not really that big of a deal as it seems. These pads are super worn though, 116,000 miles, and upon looking at this, looks like we have the original brake pads. Look at that little caliper. Look how far the piston's out on this thing. So anyways, I found out you can wrap it around here and then put it up this way. You're not putting excess wear on the brake line there. Alright, so we'll get these suckers out. Now, for whatever reason, the outsides wear the most on this. I'm not sure why that is. So, first time seeing it. Get these out. Come on. I really want to pry against the rotor, obviously. Alright, so here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. So here's the new one. Look at that. This thing is going to stop on a dime. Like I showed you in one of the pictures in the earlier video, the brake fluid reservoir is down, obviously, probably about a 1/4 inch. Duh, because of how low these are. And like I said, I'm not. This one's kind of, it's got some surface. I wouldn't say damage, but you can tell it's got, it's got a little bit of issues because of that wear. But I think if we go set it in, and see the outsides don't wear as bad. I'm not sure what the issue is in that. So anyways, I went ahead and for the first time just checked these the pin boots just to see what's going on, make sure they got plenty of grease. Just kind of slide them off the shoulder. Same thing as the other videos we've done. You see, this one's a little worn up here at the so I'm going to go ahead and put just a little grease on there since we've got some, just to make sure everything is working like it should. Kind of looks like it's worn there to a degree. Well, not really worn, but it's just a lack of grease. Let's see here. There we go. Looks like about the same stuff. Just kind of ooze it on there. And then we'll slide this back in, check the top one, and go from there. And then we'll go ahead and compress the piston. Go ahead and wipe your excess here. Make sure this is pressed back on firmly so that it's not sliding around. Oh, that rubber's on there to seal it so it doesn't contaminate the grease. So there we go. Alright, so there's that one. And let's look at this one. And it's interesting, that one seems to do fine. I'm going to add just a smidge, keep it working like it should. There we go. And we'll slide it back on. You just kind of slide it, ooze it. And then we'll slide it right on there. Make sure it's sealed and wipe off the excess. Call it good. Alright, so we got that. We'll go ahead and put our brake pads in here and get our compressor. There's the compressor. Alright, so this is old style that my dad's got. I did buy a new tool, as you'll see. and bike plate came just today that worked easy on the brakes. On the front calipers, being 2-piston and a little bit wider area. So slide it in there. Alright, so this tight. There we go. Slowly work it in. Slide in well. I was reading some stuff on brake jobs today, and obviously if your piston does not slide back in, compress easily, and that should be a pretty obvious clue that you've got an issue with your brakes. Either there's a blockage somewhere in the piston, in the line, and I believe that's what the issue was last year with my Suburban, with that rear caliper sticking and seizing up, and then it just let the fluid boil, because all it was doing was circulating in the I just couldn't come back and cool. So I'm going to be careful and not damage the boot here, but it looks like we got back as far as we need it. Pull back the camera here, lower the lens, then we'll take this underneath and we'll see. Oh wait, before we do that, how about we put the calipers in? Okay, so we got that. I kind of mixed up one of my steps. I went ahead and just cleaned these sliders here with none other than Super Clean. Just take your rag and there we go. And just kind of get that, the brake dust grime out. Obviously you can use all different sorts of sprays. In fact, it may be easier in a sense just to dry it out. So there's all kind of fluids, so it's just knowing which one works for you. While that sets up, one thing I noticed was getting the wheels off was how this hub is kind of tough right here. You can see the residue built up. So I'm going to scrub that off and then hit it. Thankfully we didn't have to pull the rotors today, but whenever they do have to be pulled, it's going to be a pain because of this. So we're going to go ahead and clean this up here, hit it with some TV blaster, let that sit in, and then before we put the wheels back on, we'll hit the studs and the this area right here with some anti-seize, just to make it an easy seal and make it easy to get off. That's the plan. Then we'll put some anti-seize on these teeth right here and load it back up. Okay. Working, we'll let this sit here. I hit the pin. Alright, there we go. Got brake pads over there. Alright. Put a little bit here. Doesn't need a whole lot, just enough to I'm pushing the spring back. It makes it easier to at least get them up here, so put it up there. There we go. Alright, so now we're ready to put our parts back on. There's a little screecher right here. We'll put that over on this side. Line them up. And squeeze them in. And then again, line them up. Squeeze it in. So really, pretty simple. And we'll grab our caliper. I have plenty of room. I'm going to slide the pins back in. So we compress the piston just enough. Slide that back on. There we go. Alright, now we're going to put just a smidge of anti-seize on these threads. And I'm going to find it. and then thread them back in. Now I looked up for Nissan, and the front is 32 pounds and the rear is 28 foot-pounds. So we will torque respectfully. Alright, so there's that. Grab the faithful torque wrench. Alright. There we go. That's it. With a 14 millimeter, remember that, 14 millimeter. Weird that they use that size, but hey. Didn't pop yet. Alright, there's the bottom. Got that whacked just right. And there we go. Right there where we needed it. So we've got it torqued down. And we're good to go. Alright, so we'll put some, we'll go ahead and spray this off pretty clean. Come back and do all four sides and just clean it up. Alright, to the front.